Dirty Dancing 15 Behind the Scenes Secrets You Never Knew. Welcome back to World's Buzz. Today, we're diving into the beloved 1987 classic Dirty Dancing. While most of us know the iconic dance moves, killer soundtrack, and the legendary line, "Nobody puts baby in a corner," there's a lot more to the story behind the scenes. Buckle up because we're about to reveal 15 fascinating secrets you probably didn't know about Dirty Dancing. 1. Swayze and Grey weren't the first picks. It's hard to imagine anyone but Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey in these iconic roles. But did you know they weren't the original choices? Producers initially considered Sarah Jessica Parker and Sharon Stone for the role of Baby. For Johnny Castle, Val Kilmer was approached, but he turned it down. Billy Zane was even cast briefly as Johnny, but was replaced, due to lack of chemistry, with Jennifer Grey. Thankfully, Patrick Swayze eventually landed the role, and the rest is history. 2. Real tension between the leads. Despite their electric on-screen chemistry, Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze didn't always get along off-screen. They had previously worked together on Red Dawn, and their relationship was tense at times. Swayze mentioned in his memoir that Jennifer could be emotional, and he had to constantly encourage her to get through difficult scenes. Still, when the cameras rolled, they delivered magic. 3. Fan favorite scenes were unscripted. One of the most memorable moments in the movie is the rehearsal scene where Baby keeps laughing while Johnny runs his hand down her arm. This wasn't in the script. Jennifer Grey was genuinely laughing because she was ticklish. Patrick Swayze's annoyed reaction was real, but the director loved it and decided to keep it in the final cut. Similarly, the playful scene where Baby and Johnny dance to "Love is Strange" was entirely improvised by the actors. They were just fooling around on set, but their chemistry made it into the film. 4. Filming in freezing weather. While the movie gives off warm, summery vibes, the actual filming conditions were far from it. Dirty Dancing was shot in the fall, and the crew had to paint leaves green to maintain the illusion of summer. The iconic lake scene where Baby practices the lift in the water was particularly brutal. The water was freezing, and both actors were shivering uncontrollably. In close-up shots, their lips had to be edited to avoid showing their blue color from the cold. 5. Patrick Swayze's knee injury. Patrick Swayze was an accomplished dancer with a background in ballet, but he was also dealing with a serious knee injury during filming. This injury caused him significant pain, especially during the more physically demanding dance scenes. Despite the pain, Swayze pushed through and gave a stellar performance. He later admitted that his knee was so bad, he thought he might have to quit dancing entirely after the film. 6. Jennifer Grey's rhinoplasty changed her career. After the success of Dirty Dancing, Jennifer Grey underwent a rhinoplasty that drastically changed her appearance. Unfortunately, the surgery made her almost unrecognizable, and she struggled to find work in Hollywood afterward. In interviews, Grey has spoken openly about how the surgery affected her career, even considering changing her name to start fresh. 7. Real-life inspiration. Screenwriter Eleanor Bergstein based much of Dirty Dancing on her own life. Like Baby, Bergstein spent summers in the Catskills with her family and was nicknamed Baby until she was in her 20s. She also had a passion for dancing, which clearly influenced the story. In the movie, Baby is supposed to be 18, while Johnny is 24. In reality, Jennifer Grey was 26, and Patrick Swayze was 34 at the time of filming. Despite the age difference, both actors convincingly portrayed their younger characters. 9. The title was almost changed. Believe it or not, studio executives weren't fans of the title Dirty Dancing. They thought it sounded too provocative and even considered alternatives like I Was a Teenage Mambo Queen. Thankfully, the original title stuck, and it became one of the most recognizable movie titles of all time. 10. Low budget, huge success. Dirty Dancing was made on a relatively small budget of $6 million. No one expected it to become a blockbuster hit. But when it was released in August 1987, it grossed over $170 million worldwide and became a cultural phenomenon. 11. The last dance was filmed in one take. The final dance scene, featuring the famous lift, was filmed in a single take. Jennifer Grey was so nervous about the lift that she refused to rehearse it beforehand. When it came time to film, she nailed it on the first try, creating one of the most iconic moments in cinema history. 12. Cynthia Rhodes was cast. First, Cynthia Rhodes, who played Penny, was actually the first actor cast in the film. With previous dance experience in movies like Flashdance and Staying Alive, she was a natural fit for the role. 13. The Lodge still exists. If you're a die-hard Dirty Dancing fan, you can visit Mountain Lake Lodge in Virginia, which served as the real-life location for Kellerman's Resort. The lodge hosts Dirty Dancing-themed weekends, complete with dance lessons, screenings, and tours of the filming locations. Then to 14. An Oscar-winning soundtrack. The soundtrack of Dirty Dancing was a massive hit, selling over 32 million copies worldwide. The song, I've Had the Time of My Life, won an Academy Award for Best Original Song and a Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a duo or group. And finally, we can't forget the famous line, "Nobody puts baby in a corner." Interestingly, Patrick Swayze hated the line and thought it was cheesy. He tried to have it removed from the script, but eventually went along with it. Little did he know it would become one of the most quoted lines in movie history.